So continuing with my tips, first of all, I like to equip all the melee and range gear. When you're using, so if you've ever used Bofa in here, which a lot of you probably have because that's best in slot for a while. First of all, I already griefed. So when you get your salts, I only do Baba when I have salts because the monkey room is fucking easy as shit. I say that, but I already griefed it, but it's fine. The monkey room is very easy. Use a TOA plugin or NPC, better NPC highlighter in the plugin hub on RuneLite, and you can tag them all individually for different color schemes, which make it easier. I kind of ignore these. You can use, you want to kill these always. You want to prioritize these and the yellow ones. You can always go back to the rest. You can use chins and blowpipe, which is faster, but in this gear, which is a lot, like I said earlier, is probably the best in slot you have until you have Shadow and T-Bow. All you need to do is equip your melee and your range gear and you're set. And then you don't have to use any offensive prayers, you just camp prayers based on the waves. It's very easy. People make this room to be a lot worse than it is because I think they get very confused and kind of overwhelmed by the amount of shit spawning. Like, you can kill those with chins and blowpipes and stuff, but it's a marginal save. As long as you are actually targeting the right shit, like that, the spawning one, the toxic shit, because you're gonna have to deal with that everywhere. I'm praying melee here. I've also changed the right click on these. So you see how I'm trying to click through them and it doesn't actually hit them? I changed it, or the left click, sorry, for a walk here. Because you don't want to be running around the room and clicking them and then getting stuck or stalled and then getting hit for like a 50. When you see those like little repair things, you only repair it once. If you try to spam it, what will happen is you'll actually take damage for trying to repair it when you shouldn't. And you can just ignore that, and that's the room. It can be a little bit faster, especially because I was slower on the start. 216, but usually if I'm not like recording and I'm right off the start, I'm already like fucking potted and everything, I can do this room in an average of 130. So yeah, just do just highlight them and put on your gear pretty comparable to this, and you can one-shot all the necessary ones. Kill the volatiles, kill the like, or sorry, not the volatiles. You can use the volatiles to kill the other ones if you feel comfortable doing so. Kill the, what am I thinking of? The cursed ones, yes, and then the ones that spawn them, the yellow ones. Forgot their name. The shamans. So I'll teach you a tip about this since we're doing Baba here. First of all, you should probably kill that with a fucking, to not waste stacks, you should probably kill it with a Bofa, but it's fine nonetheless. I'll teach you a trick here. So I was talking about it earlier, but yeah, you can use, with the accuracy bonus that I have with this magic bonus, which right now for the video, perfect. Okay, good. I was going to say for the video, they're fucking not hitting, but see, it hit. Now his defense is going to be lowered by 15%, magic and defense. And that's going to help a lot. I don't use percentages. I just use, I'm very used to the HP even when it's scaled up. So I'd say about 760 it'll move. Okay, so 784, that's fine. Just stay on this area here. Don't try to get greedy here. This is very easy too. The move here and shit like that, these are all like tile packs available in the plugin hub. You don't even really need them. Just highlight the boulders, I would say. So if you noticed, when I hit that while it was moving, I clicked one tile ahead of me. I don't know if the fucking game's lagging, but it looks like the boulders are lagging there. But I clicked one tile ahead of me before then doing a long click, and the reason is your true tile is obviously ahead of whatever your character model is, and you'll run right into the boulder and get fucking smacked. And the smack on this scaling is like a 40 or 45, so it's gonna hurt. You just skip and you go up here and you keep going. Now, if you saw my Kefri video, you're probably fucking taken aback right now, and you're like, what the hell? This guy is literally maging Baba. He's maging Baba. I explained in the other video, especially when you have defense reducing, if you have limited melee gear, you don't have like Torva, you don't have like a lot of the best in slot shit, your DPS is not going to be better. And look at this. This is a perfect example. Because I'm talking, I didn't even notice that I just gave up like, that's probably like 50 or 60 accuracy, and not including whatever damage added. because again, the shadow will quadruple it here, and I was still hitting for majority of the hits, right? So this shows you how powerful Mage is. Mage will blast through Baba, fucking Mage will blast through Kefri, and you will have competitive times. Sometimes I will kill Baba in like 3 minutes flat with limit. Again, my melee gear is very limited, so with my Mage gear. It also allows you to have less switches. It's awesome. I don't see many people do it. First of all, I don't think many people equate the Shadow to being good here or Kefri, but you have to understand that the accuracy rolling in the game, when it's so fucking beefed out, that you have 700, or it's 648 with this without the Magus Ring, it's like 700 with the Magus Ring, which, again, you don't need. You have max bonus damage, and Light Bearer is so good. You're rolling against their defense level, and I have a curse, so I'm already lowering them even more. They cannot resist the damage. They cannot resist the accuracy. You will roll very accurate hits. Like, you're going to see how fast this Baba was compared to what my melee would be. Because, again, he is a level 3 Baba. And this was sloppy. There was like a whole fucking minute and a half. Because, again, I'm talking. There was a whole like minute and a half, or maybe a minute, where I wasn't even using a significant amount of accuracy. Just to prove my point here, let's swap these out again. I lose like 200. Look, 200 accuracy, which is rolling against his defense and his magic, right? And I lose fucking 40% damage. No, I lose like 60% magic damage, and I was still hitting most of the time. 3 minutes 51 seconds. Now imagine that could have been like closer to 3 minutes if I didn't fucking grief the gear. It's super viable. I mean, every time I've killed this thing at similar scaling, even in a lower scaling, like 350s, it would take me at least 5 minutes to do Baba at level 3. And that's with my melee gear. Again, I don't have best in slot, and I'm sure the DPS is higher when you have like Torva and all this shit, and you're using Piety, but yeah, it's very viable. It's very competitive. And I will stress this like I stressed with Kefri. Do not try this with other weapons, because again, your accuracy is quadrupled and your damage is quadrupled, which really the importance is the accuracy. I think I'm briefing. I need this. The importance is the accuracy here. It's quadrupled if you have a shadow. So it is one of those things where if you have a shadow, this is viable. Otherwise, Fang is probably best in slot. And even when you get like really good melee gear, I'm almost curious if the DPS from the melee is actually accurate or not. Because I've heard that DPS is better, but I've tested it myself. Like, I have fucking face guard, torso, tassets, and it didn't even come close to the times. And that's without using magic defense like rendering, right? So, yeah, it was something I accidentally discovered with Kefri because I forgot to swap and I saw like a 70, and I'm like, okay, well, that was just lucky, right? And you got to think you're rolling very high accuracy. Not to mention, again, if you have a defense reducing weapon. But yeah, this video is longer than I wanted it to be. I'm already in the fucking Akka phase, but yeah.